Sidney, thank you for letting us come and visit your garage.
My pleasure.
This is one of your garages, am I right?
Yes.
So Sid has a couple of garages. This is the garage where he gets work done. The other garages, everything's already done. So you get to sit in the cars, play with the cars, move the cars. But this is the working garage, right?
Yes.
So tell me, what goes on in this garage?
Well, we have the mechanic station over there.
Right.
The cars go on the lift.
Right.
You go underneath them.
So is that where you do all your servicing?
Yes.
Of your
All the
cars,
servicing,
cars that you lease out for your clients?
Repair, engine out service,
Right.
repair, yes. And then we do the color correction and wrapping.
Over there?
And final touches here.
Right. And over here, it looks like you have a tire shop.
Yeah.
Are
no,
these different
that's not a
tires
tire
for
shop.
all the different cars?
There's storage for old tires that we had.
Right, okay.
Uh-huh.
And these are some of...
And then these are when the cars are finished, we keep them here.
Okay, so that's work in progress.
Yes.
And that's come check it out and sit with it and
Yeah.
let's have a drink and admire the cars. That happens
Yes.
over here.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you mind if we go take a look and talk about some specific cars that you're
Sure.
working on?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go check it out.
Choose one.
All right. I get you have a lot of these cars here and you have a few garages, but how did your passion for cars start? Because you are really a car
Well, it starts with the rear end.
connoisseur.
It starts with the rear end of a 911.
Is that how it started?
Yeah, right there. I mean,
This one? Was this number one?
it's like a rocket ship. You know, like you have a backpack on and you're about to shoot up into the sky.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it looks like. When
So
an
this was
engine-
the first car?
when an engine is behind the rear axles,
Right.
which is the only car ever made like that is a Porsche 911.
Right.
So the engine is behind the rear axles.
So is that how it started? It was a 911?
Passion for
So
that.
tell us about car number one for you, because you probably have 100 cars. Tell us about the very first one.
The very first one was the 2006 Carrera 4S convertible.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I said, wow, Porsches are amazing. And then we started to look at the older ones, which at the time, 993s were considered, you know, a used car.
Right.
Which didn't have very much value. And I saw them as artwork,
Wow.
as real fine art.
Right.
And slow but surely, it picked up as literally a collectible art piece.
Right, because you really had a
have
passion
any of those now.
for classic cars, especially those 993s and the 964s and your 930
Yes.
Turbo, which is exceptional, right?
Yes,
Which
yes.
I'm sure we'll go to the other garage and see it, but you know, you had this passion for these vintage cars way back when people thought they were used cars,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's incredible. I mean, so you know,
When
I
you
know
look
the 930 is not here, but tell us
You
the
look at the
story.
944 Turbo. This has been in more films than most Porsches
Right.
ever. I mean, this was a front engine Porsche, but it was just a beautiful piece of machinery that, you know, Porsche did such a phenomenal job on.
And it's underappreciated, right? Because everyone thinks of the
Absolutely.
911, but they don't really appreciate the front engine cars.
right.
And you have a couple here, which you know we'll talk about.
Yes.
So tell us the story of your 930, because I mean I've been driving with you. We see Magnus Walker. He drools over that 930 Turbo. So tell us the story of that 930 Turbo.
Well, the 930 Turbo is a Euro oak green metallic turbo, 1978,
Yeah.
with a 3.3 motor that was completely restored by its original owner. And actually, the original owner bought it back like 5 times.
And he was a famous guy,
Over
right?
30 years.
Who was the original owner again? Just remind me.
Yeah, well, we'll keep that confidential.
Okay. All right.
But he bought it back about 5 times and then had it restored and redone.
Wow.
And then he passed away. But he had and they had that car literally at his memorial.
Wow. And how
'Cause he
did it
loved
come
that
to you?
car.
I mean, how did you end up buying that car?
Well, it came in through the shop.
It came in through this shop.
Came in through this shop.
So that's how you acquire your cars. They come in
Yes.
through the door to see your
Yes.
mechanic, and then
Yeah.
you get first dibs on it. Is that how
Right,
it works?
cherry pick.
You get to cherry. Look at that. That's
You get to
amazing.
cherry pick the cars.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
See, that's why you got to have a garage with a mechanic, because all the toys come in through here. I think we should go speak to Carlos now and
Good
see
idea.
what he does. And there's Carlos working on the E36 M3.
This is a Japanese market, E36, 1998 Evo 3.6.
Wow.
It's a 3 point. It's a 6-speed 3.2. I'm sorry.
6-speed
This is the real-
3.2.
Wow, that's Euro. Is
This
it
is the
more?
real European car.
It's a little
that
more
never,
powerful.
Never came to America.
Never came to America. Well, now it's here.
It's here and then it's getting some love.
It's getting some love.
And we're gonna get it back to like when they came out of the factory. It's a non-sunroof car too. 6-speed, non-sunroof, and then also interior combination too, like cloth. Alcantara, you see?
Oh, I see. It's Alcantara. Wow, I didn't even know they made Alcantara back in '98.
Yeah. This is like we never got these, so that's why.
That's beautiful.
And then we gonna upgrade all the lighting, the seals.
And how did they buy this car? Bring a trailer?
It was actually Marina Trailer didn't sell, and then like we went to get it, and then saw it in person, and then we kind of like put the numbers together, and then
found the buyer?
we found the buyer, and then basically like we negotiated, and then
Great.
like it's a great car, like no rust,
Very
very
cool.
original, like it says very lightly modified, which is like the only lighting. Yeah,
Right.
It's very honest car. It's never been.
You get a lot of great cars that come in here that you work on. Like a lot of the
Always
cool
do,
auctions.
Yeah, like this too, Lancia. This is like updated to sample, almost like E90, E39 M5.
Wow.
Too also.
Very cool.
This is like a Oxford green metallic. They only make 46 of those
Wow.
out of like 10,000.
46 out of 10,000 E39
In
M5s.
this color, yeah,
In
with
this-
the cinnamon interior.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, this is a cinnamon interior. It's under restoration. Yeah, you just got a full paint job, and then we continue with the suspension. Some of the mechanical is gonna be cleaned up,
Right.
better, and then get it back to stock as possible. And then yeah, I mean new trimming, new emblems, new grills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
it's
Cool.
solid.
Yeah, solid. They don't make them like that anymore. I love the E36.
No, this A36 is like that's what I was saying. Like this A36 is like
Yeah, it's great.
look at how clean it is. Like she.
Really clean.
Yeah, it hasn't been like modified at all.
Yeah.
All the all the trowel, like all the little pieces. It's dusty because it hasn't been. It's very honest. And then on being like the Cosmo, 305.
Cosmo
that's-
metallic, the paint
Cosmo,
color.
yeah,
Wow.
You really know if you buy from another place, like in America. Like if you take a Japanese car, they're going to be graded A, B, C with the figure
Yes.
too, and you
Yeah.
really know exactly the state of the car. There's no issue.
Yeah.
Even if you never saw the car, you can actually like buy one with some confidence.
Remotely, right.
Confidence, yeah.
Because they just take care of their stuff and they're honest. They're so honest.
Left-hand drive, even though it's a right-hand drive country, because
Yeah.
they respect the European car that much. That for them, it's like a privilege to.
Are they right-hand drive in
Yeah,
Japan?
in Japan, usually they have to be.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And when you see all the European cars on the left side, it's like they really they respect them so much that they want the original
That is
spec.
so
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no.
Left-hand drive,
Left.
even though it's a right-hand drive country.
Correct. Yeah. So same as the AMG cars,
So all European cars that go to Japan are all left-hand drive.
especially like the 90s and 80s.
Wow,
They
that's
respect
amazing.
them.
That's so amazing. I didn't know that.
So yeah,
Very cool.
It's-
That really fits in with their culture, how they like to preserve and keep everything perfect. That's why I like their cars. When you see like a classic Porsche coming out of Japan, a Japanese model, I almost would pay a premium for it, because it's just being treated so well
yeah.
and respected so well. It's amazing. Beautiful. Tell me about this Lamborghini Aventador.
This car was end of lease. The client returned the lease because his lease was up 3 years.
Yeah.
That was back in 2018. Now,
And what's this car worth
this
right
is
now?
one of 600.
One
SV
of
coupes.
600 SV coupes. What's it worth?
Now it's doubled in price from the return value. The residual value was 282,000,
Right?
and now it's about $500,000,
Wow.
600,000.
How many miles do you have on
One of
this?
600, 14,000 miles.
14,000 miles.
Yeah,
Wow. Look at that thing.
V12,
How fast?
naturally aspirated. It's a fighter jet on the street.
Wow.
A fighter jet.
Let's go ahead, fire it. You're gonna fire it up? Look at this, all carbon fiber. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
The whole thing is carbon fiber.
Wow. All right, let's hear it. Fire it up.
All right.
Sometimes, man, with these vibes. Okay, so a lot going on in the city, of course. Pretty soon, I mean, hopefully soon. You want to lend a helping hand.
Wow. That is a fighter jet on wheels.
It is. It is. It truly is.
0 to 60 in 2.7
7 seconds.
seconds. That's insane.
This is a little bit lighter and more nimble than an SVJ. The newer cars are always a little bit more heavier and
Right.
but these are lighter. This is a whip. A Street Fighter jet.
One
Check
of
this out.
600. Is it
Right
a
here.
numbered car?
Only 600.
Yeah.
We also keep some of these cars that we restore in our garage for resale, if they ever go for resale. But we tend to keep all the good ones for ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. So
Is this something that's going through restoration right
Yeah.
now?
we're redoing the valve covers over, and the engine is out right now.
Right.
The engine's coming out, so we're doing service on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is very cool. And this is
This little thing will go 70 miles per hour.
this go-kart right here?
70 miles per hour.
Oh, wow. You guys
Yeah,
drive that
it's
around
an
the
electric
garage?
go-kart.
It's an electric go-kart.
Yeah, 70
It's very
miles per
cool.
hour. Yeah.
And what's the model number of this Ferrari?
488 Spider.
488 Spider.
Yeah.
Is this Saul's?
No, it's mine.
Oh, this is yours?
Yeah.
Wow, 996
17,000,
turbo.
18,000 miles.
This is really cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have it color corrected.
Very
This-
nice.
This is gonna go through color correction
Right.
and dry iced on the bottom. We're gonna have it polished and ready for resale soon. 18,000 original miles.
Wow.
Yeah, 2002 Porsche Turbo.
996. Very nice.
996. Yeah.
One of the more desirables, Lancia Integrale Evo 2s. This is one of those final edition. Number 113 out of 250 is a JDM market edition final of this vehicle in 1984. They only come in these colors and with these stripes. Yeah. So steering wheel is Maturo. The shifter rod itself is Maturo. Maturo is the company that makes retro mods like a Singer in the Porsche world for these Lancia. The wheels, speed lines, magnesium wheels. They're 17s. They were made for these vehicles for competition.
So now that you spent a good 30 minutes looking at all the cars and we've spoken about it all, this is the social part of the garage. The pool table, the drinks, the chairs. This is where we get to have fun after hours. So here's the question. With a budget of $50,000, out of everything we've seen tonight, what are you picking?
We've seen tonight, that's different from all the cars in the world.
Yeah.
This is like what's fitting the budget already here.
I would say
50,000, what would you do?
the E36 M3 with an E46 motor.
Right.
That's 100 horsepower more. That would never smog in California.
Okay.
I would probably want that.
I think so. I think it's a pretty cool car.
That
More than the 944 turbo
944 Turbo is a steal. It's really undervalued right now.
and underappreciated.
Underappreciated. You could find that for 30 grand, under 30 grand right now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Definitely undervalued.
So there you go.
One of the hottest cars of the 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
What make you like this car so much? Because there's so many Porsche guys that
Yeah, the
hates
looks, the appeal, the drive,
them. Yeah.
the turbo.
He's
You're pushing the turbo.
revolutionary. He's revolutionary. He likes the drive.
Yeah.
He likes the drive. He likes the turbo. He likes the drive. He's ahead of his time.
I don't know about that, but yeah, maybe going back in time into the 80s
Yeah.
where the turbos actually pushed the car. Made sense.
Right.
Nowadays, you got a lot of battery power and hybrid power and smaller turbos. You know, you don't have as much gasoline action.
All right. So now, with a budget of $250,000, what do you pick?
Wow, now you're stepping up that budget, Ellie.
Step it up.
You better open up your wallet. Yeah, so 250,000. I don't know. I think I would try to get a Lamborghini or something. But
The Aventador that we saw over
yeah,
there.
Aventador SV, but that's like $500,000. Or
So that's a little short. That's not in the
Porsche
budget.
Turbo.
What
I don't
else?
think there's anything. You know, that's a problem with the middle class cars.
Yeah.
You
The
don't really
middle
get
class
much.
cars, I like that.
You either got to go 30, 40,000, or you got to go 500,000.
But you can do a lot with 250. Maybe it's not here in the garage, but you know, you're looking at the
250?
930s, you're looking at the
250.
993 turbo maybe.
930s, yeah, 930s.
Right?
Okay, yeah, 930s.
930 turbo.
50,000.
There you go.
Yeah, that's possible.
Well, now they're actually moving, right?
And they're moving up.
You can see a couple auctions. They're
It'll
close
go
to
up.
200,
Yeah, it'll go up to that. Yeah, that's right.
right?
It'll go up to that.
Colin, what about you? 250,000. What's the pick?
In the garage, I'm taking the Lancia straight away, cause like
That is 250,000.
That is 200, right.
and it's in the garage. So that would
And
be
that's
my
pretty
pick.
special.
I love rally cars. I love like tiny cars that goes fast on tiny roads. So I would go for this in the garage. If not, I'm a big Porsche guy. So I would say 250. I think I have a 997 RS 3.8.
Oh wow!
I think because the 4-liter are about like
That's nice.
between 400 to 600.
So
Yeah.
like
I
the
think
version we saw in
3.8
Callis, right? Is that the?
no, this is a 4-liter.
Uh-huh.
It's basically the same car. It's just this little like engine difference. But like for a 3.8, so the one just before, I think I would fit 250K, and that's like for me. amazing
Beautiful.
That's the car.
Yeah.
That's
Very
a dream
nice.
car. I love that.
Very nice.
great.
Beautiful. Good choice. Good choice.
I don't know. For me, I would have to say, I like the 993 Turbo,
All right.
and I love the 993 Turbo S. But that's just out there. But the 993 Turbo for me would probably be the car with that price point.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, if my wife lets me. What else?
Do you have any cars like that you like regretted to not buy because like I don't know it was an
We're
investment
talking
you
about
missed,
that.
or like something you regretted
Well,
buying?
250,000 used to buy you a Carrera GT,
Yeah.
2004 Carrera GT, and now they're like 2.5 million.
Yeah.
That's a big return on your money if you bought one and held it that long.
I know he's got a lot of cars that he regrets because
Yeah.
every time I bring him a car and I say, "What do you think about this?" he'd be like, "Oh man, I remember the day I could have got this, or I had this, I paid that much. Today it's so much more."
Right.
I mean, you have a lot of those.
Right. There
Right?
was a lot, right. In 2011, 2012, a lot of opportunities.
So every time I look at a vintage Porsche and I say, "Sid, I love this car," he'd be like, "Oh, I had 3 of them. I sold them. I got them. I bought them. This is what I paid for them." And that's the beauty of the classic and the vintage cars, is that they continuously appreciate.
Yeah.
So I guess the number one rule really is never sell them.
Never sell.
Never sell.
And
Never
do you think
sell.
this constant appreciation is never gonna stop? It's always gonna go up for you guys, or we're gonna peak somewhere
I think it's
soon?
definitely going to keep going up.
All right.
You might have a lull in the market where it stays flat. Cars tend to pop in value every 7 years, but that's changing now too. I think they're going to start popping in a lot shorter term, like 3 years. You're going to see values shoot up because there's a lot less supply than there was
And all
for
the
the
new
last
cars
5
are
year.
basically boring for a lot of car enthusiasts.
They're just
Yeah, I
boring.
mean,
They're
people
hybrids. They're electric.
People
There's
with
no stick
electric
shift.
with electric cars call all the time, and they want something else they can drive.
Right.
Because electric car is just boring.
Yeah, and the depreciation on those is the craziest thing ever.
Yes. They don't hold value. That's right. Might as well have a gas car, that you drive once or twice a week that holds its value and goes up.
Be a man.
Appreciates-
daily or a Ford Raptor.
There you go. Blue chip investments. We're starting to see more of that in the car
Right,
market, in the car
right.
industry.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Never thought we'd ever come to a part like, a time like this where, a 30-year-old car is 2 or 3 times the price as its sticker 25, 30 years ago.
Yes. Yes.
In some cases, 4 times the price.
Yeah.
I mean, that
exactly.
993 Turbo S is 600,000 today. It was,
140.
150, 140, right, back then.
10 years. More
Only
than that.
180 million. I guess that's the
14
key.
years ago.
It's the rarer the car,
12 years ago.
the fewer the car.
Turbo S's were 140,000.
That's right. Well, that was the sticker price, right? 140, 150.
127.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fewer made, they just become a lot rarer, and you see that appreciation.
No budget, 3 cars, but you have one more Tesla that nobody knows, so you don't care about having a daily. 3 cool cars.
Three classic collector's
cars.
that you don't have to drive every day, that you could just put in the garage and you could keep it forever. What would it be?
Like an air-cooled turbo, Porsche turbo, 911 turbo.
Which one?
A nice 930 redone with 350 horsepower.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be one.
So like the green one you have.
That would settle my Porsche.
So the
all
green
my
one.
Porsche
So the green one you
The
have.
green one would be good.
Yeah.
The green one.
Okay.
And maybe like a Carrera GT.
Okay. Yeah.
And maybe like a Ferrari Pista Spider.
Okay.
Something like that. And a Pista Coupe.
Alright.
And an SV. But now I'm at 4 cars.
5
So
even.
Yeah, that's the problem. When you have 100, narrowing it down to 3 is really difficult. All right, Colin.
That's
what about
right.
you?
I would say 964 Turbo 3.6 Classic.
oh yeah.
The 997 GT3 RS 4-liter because no budget. I can take 4-liter, white with white wheels, kind of like a rally car look.
We had one here last night, you know.
Yeah,
that,
the black one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm sad I missed it. But yeah, that's my favorite modern car, and I think like a Carrera GT2. Crazy V10 manual gearbox. I'm a big
Very
Porsche
cool.
guy, so yeah.
Love that.
Nice.
Love that a lot. All right, so
Good.
now my turn.
Yeah,
Definitely the 964 3.6 turbo.
classic.
Red with tan, I'll take it. I like that one. I love the 993 Turbo S. I think that's exceptional. And paint to sample, metallic blue, that's definitely on there.
Are you thinking about one car precisely? Right
Yeah,
now?
I really am thinking about that one car, yes. And I would have to say that would do it for the 993. And as much as I like the 930, it's a little too raw for me. I would probably want like a GT2 RS or a GT3 RS, but not the 992.
Oh.
Either a 991 or
Some modern.
a 997.
More modern.
Yeah, something a little older than the 992s. So it's a little more raw power.
Nice.
That's cool.
Love that.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
This was fun. Stay tuned for episode 4.